Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching Tyler today's show, June Moon or June Boom and not June Gloom. What have we got coming for June? Today, I can tell you we got the CPI data at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And so by the time you watch this video, that may already have happened. And of course, we're going to look at Bitcoin. We'll look at some stocks, some charts, and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course does help support the channel, as does your wonderful comments that you take the time to write. I take the time to read them and to respond. And for those of you who are first time watchers of the channel, welcome. Smash that subscribe button and you will get my daily updates there. So let's first of all look at the CPI data. What are we looking for to come in here? The 2.5% is what the market expects. So they think it's going to go from 2.3% to 2.5%. So anything 2.5% or lower is going to be generally more bullish for the market there. Of course, anything higher than 2.5%, like 0.6%, if it comes in hotter, the market's not going to like that there. And then also for core CPI, that also comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's expected to come in at 2.9%. However, and that's up from 2.8%. So anything 2.9% or lower is going to be, again, considered bullish, and anything hotter than that is not going to be considered very bullish. It'll be considered more bearish. Now, of course, we have the probabilities with what the market thinks the Fed is going to do in a week's time for the Fed meeting. And the market's saying they're not going to cut rates. There's a 0.1% chance for a rate cut. So saying there's a chance. Extra points if you know what movie that comes from. Everybody's going to get that one right. But 99.9% say no rate cut for June. And that's regardless of if inflation comes in cooler again. However, Fed will consider that the China-USA deal looks to be done and maybe the tariff situation is resolved with China. And that seems to be a bit of a stumbling block of why they haven't cut rates, or the excuse they're using not to cut rates. But of course, if inflation comes in higher, we're not going to see, of course, a rate cut for the June 18th meeting anyway there. Not that anybody thought it was going to happen, regardless of how inflation comes in there. So let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin chart here. And as you can see, I wanted to look on the weekly time frame here. And as you can see, we're really struggling to get above this previous all-time high that was set in January of around line in the sand there. So that's a key Fibonacci level that it would need to get above and break above. And you can see it's sitting right below it. So if we were to close and have a weekly candle that closed above that level, that would be extremely bullish there. And you could say really at the moment, this is a bull flag formation. And so if this continues to move across, and if this played out, this would be some move to the upside there. Let's look at the daily time frame. And as you can see here, we have the Tribal Trades trend line, one line to rule them all there. As we came back, we tagged beautifully the 50 EMA on the daily and the 50-day average there together, broke above, and then retested the Tribal Trades trend line here. And then, of course, have moved up. And, of course, I did share that I did take a trade on Bitcoin at about $104,000 there, and I'm still in that trade. There's no reason for me to have gotten out of that trade, although I am conscious of the CPI data and how that could affect price there, and also that we are rejecting there at that $109,000 level. We also have, speaking of June moon, we have the moon phases, and so we'll turn this on here. And look, I'm not into the moon phases, just as an FYI, but if people are trading at like Fibonacci's and buying and selling off these moon phases, then sure, I'm not going to miss out on making some money if people are going to buy and sell these moons. And as you can see, when there has been a bull moon, we have gone up significantly there. And there's your bear moon, and we have another bull moon here that is just fired off literally today there. So we'll see what happens. And now remember, the last time we had a bull moon, it kind of went sideways for a little bit there, even a little bit down before it eventually jumped up there. And then, of course, your bear moon did bring the price down there. So again, I'm not a big moons guy. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. But I just thought that was interesting there that we had those moon phases on that. Now, one of the other trades that we took, I shared about just the other day, was the Tau trade. And for those of you who took the trade, I shared about, of course, in the Discord, but also shared just 2 days ago on YouTube here. The trade I am taking was shared on Monday. That was the Monday trade that I shared. You can go back to that episode on Monday, and it was at $3.99. And the reason that I gave the trade there is you can see that there was the 50-day moving average going above the 200-day moving average. And look, I know my charts are a mess. Clean up your charts, but these charts make me money because this is how I get these great trades that breaks above the tribal trades trend line, one trend line to rule them all again. And of course, above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, that was my sign to get in the trade. I gave that, and that rocket shipped up to $442 where I locked in those profits, actually right at $442. I did expect it to get up to $444, and it didn't get there actually. And I just thought, I've seen this before where it doesn't get up to my targets always, and I got profits there at $442 on the Tau trade. It worked out to be incredible. And if you didn't watch that video, or if you weren't in the Discord and missed that trade, there will be other trades, of course, that we will look to give. The TSLL trade, what a fantastic trade that turned out to be. And I gave that was given yesterday more. In fact, it's been given almost every day in the Discord, and every day it seems to have printed. But I shared that in the Discord there. TSSL on the 15-minute fired off a green dot candle there, and you can see how well we got that entry at $12, and that took off beautifully. In fact, that continued to go up. We did get a little bit of a red dot sell signal, and so I did exit the trade and then got back in this morning as it jumped up there. Absolutely fantastic trade there in the pre-market, so that's already paying dividends. It'll be interesting to see when the market does open. They do have I believe the robo-taxi is now scheduled for June the 22nd. So it's in about 11 days, and that could be a little bit of a sell the news, but we might see a little bit of a run up into that as the hype and the news stories continue to come out for that. And so I would certainly like to see Tesla TSLL. What is that, for those of you who are asking? That's the 2x leverage. So you can actually just purchase that TSLL instead of, or on top of, also buying the Tesla there as well, buying those shares, and you can see how well that's done. That will give you a 2x return. So it's a little bit more bang for your buck there. If you've only got so much money to go so far, this can give you a little bit more of a boost. In fact, that level actually has come down there, and so just rejig that. It's already broken above that level. Look, of course, so we're already above that support line. So I'd like to see that up to 1422, 1455. I can really get up there. And of course, if we look at Tesla as well in the pre-market, that's jumped, and I'm looking for that. I will get all the way back to where it broke down from. I honestly do. That's where we'll find some resistance around this level, somewhere between 342 and 348. Now, look, it was already coming down. It was already coming down, and then we just saw that capitulation event that happened there. So that would be expectations, but at least get back up to 339. That will be some resistance, and then there'll be some strong resistance here from where we broke down from, for those people that was waiting, trying to get it back to break even, who may have bought there. Of course, I was buying there, I was selling there. And obviously we got the tribal trades indicator there that gave a beautiful buy signal. So of course, if you have not join the Discord, then you don't have access to the Tribal Trades Discord indicator because it is a paid indicator and only available as part of the Tribal Trades Discord. And you can see there is a special Tribal Trades indicator that is there. You can get access to the Tribal Trades indicator by signing up for the Discord. One Discord to rule them all. And this indicator is part of the Discord there. And I have seen other indicators out there where you're paying just for the indicator. I was looking at 3 different indicators today that do not have as good a success rate, in my opinion, of the Tribal Trades indicator. And they on their own, without any Discord attached, with $500, $600, $700 per year to pay for those indicators. You just get as part of the Discord membership. As of course, if you leave the Discord, you lose the indicator there. I just want to make that clear, of course. And you get all of these other incredible channels that you see here, including the life-changing gains trading course. There is a lesson released, at least one lesson each week, sometimes more. We have 7 lessons in there already, so it's not too late to jump in and start your trading journey and learn the A to Z of trading there, of course. And we have live sessions twice a week. This week it was Monday and Wednesdays. Usually it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on the weekends also, we do a couple per month. I've got one scheduled for Saturday, which would be fantastic. So that's how that works out. So if you would like to join the Discord, there is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button that will pop out, and there'll be a link below in the description, and you can sign up for the Discord. Now, the Discord is an exclusive trading community. It's actually a closed Discord. We have it open for signups at the moment. And so periodically we do that, and we'll do that in the future, open it up again for signups. We've got so many great channels. You can just see everything that is there. And of course, but we will be closing it this month. So if you were thinking of signing up for the Tribal Trades Discord to get access to the channels and the trading course and the indicator, that will close sometime this month. And then after this month, there'll be a wait list. So to get on, you'll have to wait till somebody drops out or doesn't renew their subscription or something. And then we'll start to add waitlist members there to the Discord. And I just love the Wins channel here. Wins channel, just my favorite channel, actually. MS, Too Early Rod, I renamed him Right On Rod. He just hasn't got the message yet to change his name because he's crushing it in the Discord. Nino got his goal by 6 a.m. today, crushing it with Sui and Tao. The Braveheart trader, William Wallace, Scotland, doing a great job. April Parker, again, crushing it as always. There you go, Right On Time Rod. Trader Baylor, I love how they are using this here. He's been using it, trading options in the stock market. And the Tribal Trades Indicator rules. Tribal Trades Indicator rules put a call credit spread when the red triangle appeared on the 15-minute time frame, and picked up a few $100s there and was able to use that signal to help nail the trade. Jim McCauley crushing it. Julie with an I also as well. Jim McCauley with some great. April Parker. Donut, $3,244. He can buy himself a lot of boxes. The Thunder from Down Under. He can buy a lot of boxes of Golden Gay Times. Those are ice creams, by the way. And you haven't been to the beach in Australia unless you've enjoyed it with a golden. You haven't truly been to the beach in Australia if you haven't enjoyed it with a Golden Gay Time ice cream. He didn't even know how to trade leverage before he joined the Discord and won $3,244 in one trade there. Again, Nikola Tesla outlining how he took the trade and used the tribal trade signals to get in and out of trades in profit there. And again, nice. I can just say this is nice there. Tesla options, no sell signals. She's still in those trades because the signals have not fired off to sell, and that's the profit that she's in at the moment. But I love this. She's got her stop loss to protect gains, especially with the CPI data coming out really soon there. And again, Right On Time Rod. He says he's too early taking profits. Well, Right On Time Rod, well done with another win there. And then Donut following up his $3,000 win with a $4,595 win on just one trade. There, that more than pays for the Discord. The Discord pays for itself, people. There is the evidence there, of course, and that's all we have time for today. And of course, as always, until I see you in the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, to see you there. Happy trading.